just say taco?
Taco.
That's even worse. That's even worse than
Let's
you
hurry
saying
up
taco.
and get to our friend. Bob, wearing white after Labor Day for the light red spotting that happened. Instead of...
Yes. You know what? Here's the two words you need to remember. Not red trickle. Nothing like red trickle is kind of lame and
Ew.
a little bit gross. Actually, you know what? I'm going to top it.
He won NASCAR, didn't he, this year?
I'm going to go with red shart. It was a red shark.
Oh, God!
Bob Louise Cesca.
Thank you very much.
In your deep V-neck shirt this morning.
I'm not even sure you could say
Looking-
I'm in a very good mood today.
Are
In
you?
fact,
Talk to us.
yeah, I
Talk
woke
to
up
us.
like a kid at Christmas. That's the way it was. I was like, I can't wait to go on the show today and talk about the red shart because.
All right, stop saying it.
So-
Chris would like you to stop saying it. We're not really. We feel like we're on the bubble about that.
Not on the bubble?
Okay.
Ew.
Did I go too far? Did I really push too far beyond the boundary?
Normally, that's
of
your
the show?
trashy girlfriend Kimberly Johnson's job. But anyway,
I mean, put this into perspective. Last week, you ran out in the middle of the segment to have a rumbly tumbly.
Yes.
And my red shark comment
That's
is just
true.
is a
And
bridge
that
too
Stop
far.
saying that!
listen,
sorry.
I had
I'm so
I had a
sorry.
brown wave, and that's different.
Oh, God!
Oh no. Okay.
right, listen,
This is
so-
now I
hour
feel better.
one of the show.
I just ate a Snickers bar. I cannot handle this
Listen,
right
we're
now.
feeling a lot of relief. There was no red wave. Bob, does it make us bad people that we are exponentially happier the madder they are? And the fact that they were so mad and blaming each other, and it was the biggest bag of rats ever last night. We were like, yay!
Oh my God, yeah. And Jim Acosta reported this morning that Donald Trump is absolutely losing his spadoinkle all over Mar-a-Lago this morning
Maggie
because
Haberman
of what's
is
happened.
reporting the same thing, so
Yeah.
I think they've corroborated their story.
So watch out for flying catchers
What's
in
happening to
Mar-a-Lago.
the very big announcement next week, the 15th, November 15th, very big announcement, Mar-a-Lago.
The only red wave is the ketchup
Yeah.
at Mar-a-Lago that's flowing.
It will be, the announcement will be, can you send me some cigarette money in prison here? Could he be in prison by next week? I think that could be. We might have a bigger announcement than his big announcement next week, don't you think?
Well, you know what? I don't think I used to be about 60-40 that he wasn't going to run. Now I'm 75-25 that he's not going to run. In fact, our friend Rude Pundit kind of joined us in that cause this morning by saying, you know what? I was on the fence before, but now I'm kind of convinced that Donald Trump may not run for president.
Well, we still don't know about the House. The the jury's still out on the House and Senate. So, I mean, it's looking better for, Democrats for the Senate, but we could very well hold both. I mean, I think what he's counting on was getting all these election liars in. And,
exactly.
Has loser Lee Zeldin congratulated Governor Kathy Hochul yet?
I don't. Last I heard, he hadn't conceded.
No, how unusual.
Question about Trump declaring, and Bob, you may know more about this. Can he come out and say, I'm going to run for president without filing paperwork, which still puts him in some gray area where the GOP can still pay his legal bills and he can have access to the money he's raised because he hasn't officially filed? So I'm just wondering if on the 15th he's going to say, I'm running but not filing so I can have my money.
That's a good question. I don't know. I think the RNC side of that is up to Ronna McDaniel and the RNC. But as far as Save America PAC and whatever else he's got going on, I think just the very practice of announcing that he's going to run, even before he files to run, I think that would negate access to those super
Can I just
PACs.
say, can we just take a moment and how glorious it's going to be, the infighting? The most glorious big bag of rats ever. Because, a lot of they're blaming Trump for this and for these extreme Trumpy candidates. So they're like kind of queuing up behind Ron the Sanctimonious. Oh, God. Got a cute nickname
and
already.
That's so great.
And so, they're just going to disembowel each other. Like, oh my God, I can't wait for this. But go ahead.
Well, that's so great because Ron DeSantis may be quite popular in Florida, but I think, as I've been predicting, nationwide, as soon as they get a look at this talking meatball with his thin voice and lack of charisma, I think they're going to second guess. Yeah. I think this completely changes the entire landscape for the primaries on the Republican side. Yeah, because, again, I don't think Donald Trump's going to do it. I think Ron DeSantis is a huge question mark. I think he's not the savior I think they're hoping that he'll be. I continue to be concerned about Kristi Noem and Nikki Haley on that front, and the possibility of, like, say, a Kristi Noem Herschel Walker ticket or something like that.
Dear God.
Would be insane. But
a walking St. Jude's commercial. Okay.
Yeah. Needless to say, we're in much better shape today than we were yesterday.
Right.
for sure.
Right. We still don't know
And-
Carrie Lake and Katie Hobbs. Jury's still out on that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another point on the Ron DeSantis. He was not a kingmaker last night. Remember, he came in and tried to endorse O'Day in Colorado that Trump hated. That didn't pan out at all.
Yeah.
Ron DeSantis' endorsements that where he tried to differentiate himself from Trump did not pay off last night.
What's more of the reporting about what Trump's mad about? Because that's what makes Bob and I the happiest.
He's mad that he's not president.
Yeah.
That's what Maggie Haberman is saying this morning.
What else is he mad about? That a lot of his candidates
Been
lost.
president for 2 years.
I know.
And you know what? Maggie Haberman was also saying on CNN the other day that what Trump is doing right now with the will he, won't he thing
Yeah.
is kind of a bit. He's kind of doing the same thing he did in 2012.
Yeah.
And who has said that previously? I kind of said that. I said this is more like 2012, where he teased a run in order to gain ratings for The Celebrity Apprentice.
Yeah.
I think this is just, he's kind of doing a trial balloon. He's not entirely convinced. And I think that's going to lead him to not announcing anything on the 14th or whenever it's going to be. I think he may announce something, but I don't think it's going to be a run for president, or at least that's where I'm leaning at this point.
You know who I credit most, Bob, with this not a red wave, a red spotting, and a blue wave? You know who I credit? I credit you mostly. This final Twitter thing. This final Twitter thing, I'm telling you. You said final thoughts. Gifting the Republicans with majorities will do nothing but empower the worst villains ever to exploit and undermine our democracy. The GOP candidate for governor of Wisconsin said it out loud. If I win, Republicans will never lose another election. He wasn't joking. Congratulations to Governor Evers. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.